All right, it's super hot and muggy here, but I've turned off my air conditioning so it's quiet enough to make a video. And this is going to be one of the craziest things I've ever talked about. So for the past week now, I've been seeing all these clickbait headlines on various websites that California is banning bacon. And I completely dismissed it at first. I thought, well, this is obvious clickbait. This can't be true. And then I saw Fox News had an article on their main website saying California is coming for your bacon. And these articles, none of them actually researched it. It was clickbait articles. They didn't know what they were talking about. They were just throwing out stuff and saying bacon over and over because bacon is almost like a meme character in the United States now. But here's the reality. I got to the bottom of this. On January 1st, 2022, the only pork products that you will be allowed to buy in California have to come from pigs, from pig farms that are accredited by the state of California, no matter what state they're in. So the pig might have come from North Carolina, but the farm it came from has to be accredited by California. And so far, of all the pig farms in the United States, 4% are accredited. And these are not gigantic factory farms, or at least most of that 4% are not. Most of that 4%, as far as I can tell, are small boutique pig farms or farms, whatever, that cater to high dollar organic premium meat products to begin with. What is about to happen is it is going to get very, very expensive to eat pork in California. Restaurants like barbecue, Chinese food, any restaurant that pork products are their big thing, even like Waffle House and IHOP, they're about to have major problems. And the restaurant industry has already been devastated in California by their draconian lockdowns. So how did it come to pass that in only 5 months from now, most pork products are going to be banned in the state of California? Well, in 2018, there was a ballot initiative called Proposition 12 that was billed as preventing animal cruelty. And a bunch of groups put up about $700,000 to campaign for it. And I guess there's very few pig farms in California, so there wasn't much opposition within the state, and it went largely unnoticed outside of California. And in my belief, the people who put up this money, it was not really about animal cruelty, that these were radical vegans trying to slowly force vegetarianism on the rest of the population, which is part of the agenda of the left in California. If you listen to the stuff they say openly that they want everyone to become a vegan. And so I think that this was all disingenuous from the beginning. But they got this on the ballot, and so they went out and they said, sign this petition to have Proposition 12 on the ballot to fight animal cruelty. And if you've ever watched Mark Dice's videos, he's been demonstrating for years and years now that you can go out in California and get people to sign anything, no matter how stupid or crazy. And most people sign this petition, we want to stop animal cruelty, okay. And then it comes out on the ballot. This is when voters went to vote in 2018, they got this little tiny thing telling them what it is. It said, establishes new standards for confinement of specific farm animals ban sale of non-complying products. And then the subtext establishes minimum requirements for confining certain farm animals, prohibits sales of meat and egg products from animals confined in non-complying manner. Fiscal impact. Potential decrease in state income tax revenues from farm businesses, likely not more than several $million annually. State costs up to $10 million annually to enforce the measure. So essentially, people in California went to vote and they see this thing that says, we're going to make the world better for farm animals, and it's only going to cost, a few millions. And California flushes billions of dollars down the toilet annually. And so people thought, sounds fine to me. And so it passed by like 2-1. Nowhere in that does it tell you that it's going to make pork a high dollar luxury item for the rich in California that most people won't be able to afford anymore. So I believe that since the beginning, the real agenda has been to try to slowly force veganism on the entire population. That's the real agenda. And the population of California was duped, but I can understand in this case why they were duped, because the average person, would you like farm animals to be treated better? Well, yeah. But if they said, would you like delicious, life-sustaining pork fat that costs 4 times as much money? Well, then they would have said no. So the voters of California saw this little tiny strip of text when they went to vote. I've been digging into California government websites. The regulations for a pig farm to be in compliance are 13 pages long. And the process of getting accredited and then recertified annually is 27 pages of regulations. That's 40 pages of regulations. And this tiny little blip that the voters saw doesn't reflect the gravity of this at all, of all the stuff they have to do. And so the North American Meat Institute, I think it's called, they're saying that even a very small pig farm is looking at an initial expense of $100,000 to come into compliance and get accredited. And then they're also looking at extra annual expenses. Now, there's a guy that owns a pig farm in Iowa that's been doing interviews in the media, and he's saying that he has 300 pigs and he's got a whole bunch of barns that they live in, and to bring all his barns into compliance and get accredited would be $3 million. And I don't know, lumber and building materials are sky high right now, so maybe that's not even an exaggeration. I don't know. But the fact is that this is a massive undue burden. And so a bunch of, pig farming associations have been trying to fight this in federal court, and it's failed. And there's a big misconception here, because this is going to the federal courts in California, and they're ruling in favor. They're saying the people of California voted on this. It's the law now. The Ninth Circuit is upholding it, and I've seen people online saying, oh, the Ninth Circuit. Well, the Supreme Court overturns them all the time. The Supreme Court will fix this. No, they're not. The Supreme Court is not going to fix this. The Supreme Court already declined to hear this in June. Over a month and a half ago, I looked it up. The Supreme Court already said we decline to hear this. And so now it's up to the people of California. They're going to have to get a whole new ballot initiative and then vote to overturn it. If you live in California, move now, because it doesn't look like you're going to be eating pork for a while, unless you're super rich. I'm sure Governor Newsom is still going to be eating pork with his $900 bottles of wine. He can afford it, but most of you aren't going to be able to afford it. So move now. Okay, so I guess in 2022, I'll just have to eat like 3 or 4 times as many pork products as I normally eat, so I can keep America's pig farmers in business, to make up for, the Californians not eating pork products. So I'll just have sausage and bratwurst and bacon and ham and pulled pork and cubes of pig fat, for every meal, and get super lean. I'll be down to like 8 or 9% body fat. That'll be pretty sweet. All right, click the like button, post a comment below, tell me what you think about this, and click the subscribe button. New video every few days.